Good morning, people. Good morning. This is Spirit Journey. Good morning. Today is April 25, 2022, and the time is about 4:42 a.m. Another beautiful day, early morning hours in New York City, and at 6:02 a.m. today would be sunrise. So when sunrise comes up in your neck of the woods, welcome it with open arms. Yeah, I woke up over an hour ago and had one glass of water so far, tall glass of water, and I put a little fiber in the water. Yeah, I had a lot of fatty food yesterday, so this fiber, there's I think called muslin or something. Oh no, um, silica husk. Yeah, it's good for your vascular system. It has a lot of soluble fiber to try to counteract um, excess fats in the diet. Yeah, I should have known better. Yeah, it was like a comfort food. I made this dish yesterday. Uh, yeah, but when I was in the military, and we were in France, southern France, in Marseille, the city of Marseille, a real old town. It's a sea coast, so it has an extremely big harbor. And there, we had this sandwich. They call it then, it was known then, at least amongst the other service people, smash sandwich. It consists of a baguette, what looks like a hamburger meat, hamburger, French fries, cheese, and I think they also put sauerkraut in it. And then they'll put it in a grill and like fry, you know, make it nice and brown. Oh, honey, it was so good. And so that's what I made yesterday. I ate only half of it. And yes, and I had ice cream too. I did. Yeah, I ate the remaining ice cream with these cookies. Yeah, so I did this twice this week with the ice cream. Yeah, because yes, I did. I did. Bad girl. Well, anyhow, so I was reminiscing about the food that I had, and the sandwiches. A lot of the food vendors are people from Africa, northern Africa, and yeah, Marseille has a lot of immigrants from Africa, the former colonies. Yeah, France had many colonies in Africa, and so many of them um, relocated um, to their former colonials. Um, so, what does that have to do with today? Well, I think with me, I yeah, I don't want to stay too long, so I have to hurry. Um, I'm interested in a lot of things. I, I I I live in New York City right now. Yes, good morning, viewer. Good morning. Yes, I made a smash sandwich. Yeah, so if you didn't get the name of, what was in the smash sandwich, a smash sandwich, or should I rename it the Marseille sandwich? Yeah, Marseille sandwich. A baguette, hamburgers, fries, cheese, and I think sauerkraut, and then you put it in a grill. Like that presses down, like if you're gonna make waffles in an iron thing, and then you close it on it, and it flattens it out and makes it crispy. It is out of this world, and so that's what I made yesterday. So I had to buy ground beef, make the bird, spice it, put seasoning in it, make form and make the patties and cook it, and then I air fried the French fries, highly seasoned, and I had the sauerkraut and the cheese on the side, and it was okay. I almost over fried it though, so I had to scrape off the burnt part. But yeah, it was a fantastic sandwich, or how I remember it. But what does that have to do with now? Well, the world is changing around me. How I'm viewing things is changing around me. Yeah, I live in New York City, and that is the skyline. This morning it's 4:48 a.m. and I'm very reminiscent and really examining my own life. Um, I'm in my late 50s. I'm 59 years old, and the end of this year I'll be 60 years old. And I'm searching. I'm trying to make sense out of these past 2 years of chaos. And it's chaos for many of us. It's global, I think, in my opinion. Global. And we're looking for answers. We're angry. And some of us, um, like when I go on the internet, on YouTube, I see that a lot of people are, at least a lot of the women, a lot of the black women, black American women, um, are, are upset. We want better. We know that things aren't good for us, and we want better in life. We want better, and we want out. Remember earlier this year, Miss USA wanted out so badly that she did what she did, unfortunate, and my heart goes out to her and many other black women in this industrialized world. We're hurting. And if we're hurting, I'm sure our male counterpart is hurting also, but we respond differently. And still a lot of division. But we really need to come together. We need each other. We need each other. Yes, welcome, viewer. Welcome. Say hello in the chat room. So, I am prompted to do this live stream from a two videos that I saw this morning. One of them I was watching last night, but I fell asleep. I was really tired, and it was with Dr. Mumby, and I completed watching it today, and then it went on to another video. I think I had clicked on it by accident or something, but it was a video I never heard of. It came out last month, her video, the one that I just watched, and she asked some really important questions. Hey, good morning, Asa. Good morning, good morning. Good morning to you. It's always good to hear you. Yes. Yeah, so it got me thinking, this the second video. They're both related. It's about awakening. Um, there's chaos all around, and it's definitely chaos in New York City and America as a whole. And a lot of us women are frustrated, and we want better in life. And yes, yes. And so I was challenged by the video when she said that, yes, some of us are chosen, but what about the call? Which is interesting because in the Bible, the scripture, no, I'm not going to talk about religion, but a concept. The thing is, many are called, but few are chosen. That the Bible talks about. I think it's in the New Testament. but she was saying that uh, she was contacted by people that they were called to do X, Y, and Z, and that she should share the news, what they're telling her out there. But she, in her spirit, she said, she can't do that. And then that's when she talked about, people are getting the call. I mean, the are chosen, but what about the call? Which I thought was interesting. And then the other aspect in the video was the second video where um, about what they call Babylon. Yeah, I see a lot of us are using that terminology, get out of Babylon. Um, it's a spiritual warning that um, it's really referring to the Antichrist. And no, this is not going to, again, be about religion, but the concept, the concept of living under a system that is hurting you, and that, you have the preppers out there, what they call preppers, and many of the preppers are building um, like places in the remote areas that what you call off the grid, meaning off the electricity, and living their life independent. And interesting because this YouTuber, Dr. Mumby, is saying, some of us, we don't like the system, what's happening, of the former colonial powers still have us under control. And about we speak, she was speaking, Dr. Mumby comes from Kenya, which is in East Africa, and she mentioned the surrounding countries of Kenya that they speak. I mean, they can speak the native tongues. In Africa, there are many, many indigenous African languages, but many of these countries in East Africa speak their colonial languages, their European languages, and in Kenya, the main language is English, because it was under the British system, British colonial powers, or I should say British abuses. So she said that many of us, we want change, but are you ready to leave the Babylon system? That we say, she's speaking on herself, that we say we want change, but we still want to be in the system. We still want their lifestyle, but you say you want your freedom, you want your independence, and that you can't have it both ways. That you can't say, we want to be free from the system. I mean, technically, Kenya got its independence from its colonial powers, but it's still, certain maybe certain lifestyles, and again the language is still under those old powers. And then she mentioned about President Putin, and she says, when the president of Russia is at the UN and speaking, she says he knows English, but he refuses to conduct what he says in English at the UN, and he has his translators translate the Russian language into English or whatever languages to be understood by the other people who do not speak Russian. And that I thought that was a powerful statement. Why? Because, see, he does not want to speak the language and make it easier for others to understand him, because he respects his language, his customs, etc. And that So why should he have the translators? It is he has a right to speak his native tongue. And so I think she's put in contrast that a lot of the African leaders, when they go to the UN, they speak in English, the former British colonies in Africa. And yet, even though they might know their native tongue, African tongue, they don't speak it. And I thought that was a powerful statement, that you're going to say that you want this new sense of freedom and liberty, but we still want to hold on to a Babylon system. And that really opened up my thoughts, because I was thinking about different things for the past few weeks, searching and everything. Want to find a new place to live. Things here in New York City, and I'm sure Asa could vouch for this, is really getting out of hand. I heard, the other day that a sniper, looked like, it seemed like another copycat person, repeated an action that happened maybe 20 years ago, and they did it again, 2 days ago in D.C., Washington, D.C. And I feel that is to keep your mind at a particular mindset of fear. And what they call the Babylon system, and I hear that term a lot now, Babylon, get out of Babylon. But are we ready to leave Babylon? Are we really ready? I love the technology, I have a kitchen, I have kitchen appliances. Uh, we have, let's see, okay, Acer is setting, is getting, waiting to break, yeah, gas pipe. Yeah, it's like a gas pipe, waiting to burst. Yes, yes, it is. I agree with that, Asa. I agree. It's waiting to burst. See, they're trying to trigger, in particular, in these large cities. See, a lot of blacks and so-called other minorities uh, live in cities, and they're really focusing on black people to get triggered because of so-called racism. See, you got to wake up, because see, Babylon, and there is a Babylon, New York, in Long Island, New York, called Babylon. And see, they're relying on black people in particular because of our, sensitivities. And they are relying on you to get triggered. Like remember, was it a week ago? We had a black man in Brooklyn who did a terrorist attack in the subway, but it's not being um, classified as a terrorist attack, even though if it were, I'm just going to say, if it was a white person, they would call him a white supremacist. That's what they would call him. But see, he doesn't fit the narrative, and so they called, whatever what they're going to call it. In fact, you don't hear any news about it. Yeah, he got these smoke bombs. I'm not supposed to say the bomb word. Oh well. The smoke stuff and firearms, and shoot up people in a train car. That's what he did, and he was able to escape initially, and they put a reward on him, that anyone who finds him and they call, the hotline, they'll get a reward. And so I assume he got the reward. Yeah, they did capture him without incident. Yeah, they are desperate, Babylon, and they're using you to try to make a spark. And so the past 2 years in particular, yeah, 2 years, um, they used primarily the demise of these black men. But it was two of them, but one in particular, that was George Floyd. And why they focus on George Floyd and not that other guy? I think his name was Aubrey, the jogger. The jogger's incident, jogging while black, was, I think, more sinister. I mean, they're both sinister, both horrible, horrible events that happened to two people. But one in particular, I think, was uh, done. It's something. Even this other YouTuber mentioned the occultic aspect regarding George Floyd. Really interesting. The occult information about the correlation of George Floyd, but by the names and numerology of his name, George Floyd. The event this YouTuber is saying, the mark of the beast, the equivalent numerically of 666. And it turned out that George Floyd's father was a Mason, and then George Floyd had this big tattoo of a Masonic thing. There's more to the story, but they don't really want to focus on it. But they used that to initiate what they thought was going to be like a World War III in New York, in America. But it failed. But the Babylon system, don't fall for the Babylon system, so-called minorities, because they're going to try to use you again. They try to set up people for the January, the past, January 6th, right? And they set up people. In fact, these other people open up that door in D.C., but then those people who were entered were the ones that got in trouble, not the one that broke in the window and broke the doors down, if there were any, The people who actually broke in were not the ones that got arrested, but those who were taking those little selfie sticks of the flag and, acting silly. See, they're trying to provoke a fight. And this system is now trying to trick us. And so I say, don't fall for it. Stay at home and not be used to start a conflict. You stay at home and you get your life in order. Pay off any bills you have. Take care of your health, your personal health. Take care of your children if you have children. And be in prayer about how you're going to safely get out of the Babylon system. That would be better for you. But if we leave the Babylon system, are we really ready? And that's what I want to talk about. Am I really ready to leave the Babylon system? Because, it's having, like some of us may have cars. Some of us, we have our computers, and we like going online. What else? We like our devices. We're glued to the internet, and we don't know how to do things. There are people who use their car to maybe go 1 block away. We don't even walk. We don't get exercise. You compare the people on television from the 1950s, 1960s, and you primarily see slim people. Or remember that show, Soul Train? You see how skinny those people are? People were very slim in the 50s, 60s, and 1970s. But then, boom, what happened? You see a lot of overweight people, a lot of sick people, a lot of people with cardiovascular disease. We're getting stressed out and we're eating all this bad food, GMO food, and it's causing havoc for the system. But we love it because it tastes good. It's changing our taste buds, and we actually like it. One time, some years back, in the 1990s, I had gone on what they call a fast, a food fast. I didn't eat, I just drank water. I think I did it for no more than a week. From 3 days to a week, I did it. I don't remember the exact number. I just know that when I resumed my regular diet, I foolishly ate a candy bar. Yeah, I did. And you know, that candy bar tasted nasty. It was absolutely nasty. I tasted all the chemicals in that food. Is it because the candy bar changed? No. What changed was that my body removed the toxins from the preservatives and all that, and now my tongue had to get reacclimated to taste the chemicals. And once your body gets used to tasting those nasty chemicals, that you don't notice it, and that's all that happened. See, we are so used to the system that what should really taste nasty to us, and the society should taste nasty to us, but we're uh, accustomed to it. And if you try to leave the old Babylon system, you start to say, it tastes nasty. Freedom tastes nasty. You heard me right. Freedom tastes nasty to us. We want to stay. But we know that there's something wrong. And like a lot of these women YouTubers that I see are talking about, hey, prepare yourself to leave, those who want to leave. And they're really, really designed to encourage women. Say, hey, you don't have to take it anymore. Why invest all your time in something that doesn't embrace you back? And that's how I feel. I mean, I'm born and raised in this system, but I want more. And I'm seeing for the first time that there's a big world out there, a big world. And I started to check different places, on the internet. Places and wow, it is a big world. And I'm amazed. Things I've never seen before. I was in an amazement about, because I thought the whole world was New York City. My whole world was this town that you see here. It's a beautiful city. New York City, in particular, when I say New York City, I'm really referring to Manhattan. It's an island. It's one of the 5 boroughs that make up New York City. It is my favorite. I love it, the system here. But there is social decay that's happening. But it's hitting hard those people, Black Americans in particular. It's hurting a lot of other people. And what New York City doesn't realize that it's being taken over. There is a taken over, but they lulled you to sleep. They lulling us to sleep. And very few of us really see what's going to happen in just a couple of years. In just a couple of years, it's going to be complete. I see it with my own eyes. I see it. New York City is really representative of many, many, many cities in America. And they are bringing in people. I don't want to say the name, but I did in the past. but just say that they're very quiet, very, very quiet. They learn the language. They even adopt American names. They're Americanized, but it's going to be a quiet takeover. And you're going to wake up one day and say, oh my God, what happened? What happened? Well, it's going to be taken over from the inside out. The inside out. But they want you focus on the minority card slash black people. Yet black people in America is just primarily used as a smoke screen for what's really going on in America. America acquired many resources and abilities, but it's going to be taken from us. He wanted to, what do you call it, terraform America and all of the Americas. And now that that job is done, the terraforming, now it's time to collect. Now it's like they wanted you to build the house. They built, America built the house. It's nice and comfy right now. Well, they're going to boot you out of your house. There's a bird that I learned about in school, in college. I took an animal behavior class once. And I think it's called the cowbird, COW, cowbird. And what the bird is designed to do, and it taught itself. No, people didn't teach a bird how to do this. It's programmed in the bird. It waits for another bird to build its own nest, and then it kicks out the other bird and takes over the nest. That's what's happening here in America. It's being transformed from the inside out of a perversion, a perverted system of social decay. And this group is coming in and it's taking, and you don't realize it. That's what they're used for. And yet they intermarry. They're really friendly, but they are going to take over and they're lulling you asleep. Oh my God! And so I can't take it, and I want to leave because I can't because it's inevitable. The takeover is inevitable. The higher ups, and I shared with you. I think I had the dream last month. I mean, not the dream, the vision. Remember last month around, I mentioned that during a my meditation session, my early morning meditation, I saw this being with four other men, and the being was wearing uh, a red cape, a red robe with a hood on, and it had the face of a dragon. It really like a, what do you call it? Like a crocodile. Big dude, big. It was standing up. It had the long red robe. It was in dim line. It was bright enough to tell that it was a red robe, and the other guys, four other guys were wearing the same color. It was a dark color, not red. It was like a neutral color. They're beings that exist, and they work stealth, and they work through people. They work through governments. Yeah, and that's what I see what's happening. That was just last month, I think it was. Well, they're there, and they're relying on you to not be awake. Another YouTuber was mentioning that they have implants in their body. I know that sounds wild, but they mentioned that they had implants in the body. And when they went to get it again, X-ray, examined and X-ray because she wants them removed, they didn't want to do it. I think this is her second attempt. She'd done it before, but she went back. I guess the implants are bothering her. They could monitor. They have. She allegedly says that it's in her eyes and in her pelvic area, and they could spy on you. They can hear your conversations. They could, uh, you know, talk to you. All these things. See, I think some of us are selected. You know, that individual, some things could be a little problematic with that particular YouTuber, but a lot of things she's right on the money. But she may mention about it again, that she was to get tested again, and about her implants that she did not put in. And I think she might have been, if what she's saying is true, that I sense that they know who's who has a calling or um, an anointing over their lives to be a potential leader, and they single them out and put these implants to spy on them. Yeah, I see there are people here in New York City who, interesting, have people around them from other groups. They're not part of our group, but they're around them and they're intimate with them. It's not by chance, people, that they are sleeping with you to control you, to get your secrets within you, the community you live in. You got to do a detox, people. You need that detox. You have to detox these parasites who are actual spies. And they're not there for your edification. They're not there because they love you. They're using you. And you need to wake up. They can use anybody. They can use any religion, any race, any nationality. I just say, wake up. Are you ready to leave this Babylon system? Or are you really comfortable? It's like, the YouTuber, Dr. Mumby, was saying, you want to leave, but you want to take Babylon with you. And I had to think. I said, she got a point. It's like I mean, I love my home, but I don't like the social decay. And it's like, if I could take my physical place and place it somewhere else, I would do that. I had to open my eyes and say, oh wow, this lady is really on the money. We love the old system. It's all that we know. Some of us say, hey, I want to get out of this system. I'm ready. Don't you notice on YouTube, I've seen videos with, and they're primarily men, white men, and they learned how to go out in the wilderness, it looked like a natural reserve with mountains and trees and all that, and they build these makeshift homes made out of branches. And the guy, I think the video was up for maybe 3 hours or something, and they had over 1 million views. No, not 3 hours, 3 days. And it was in the millions, the views. It's not just black people are waking up. You have white people who are waking up. And because they know something is up. Yeah, it's amazing. They pop up that video, even in one of them was just that same day. And it was over 1 million views watching this person um, make something for them to live in, just big enough for one person to sleep in. It looked real cozy. I loved it. It was nice. How many of us know how to make things? Everything is automated. We live in these big cities, and we don't know how to make things with our hands. And that's what this other person talked about. What do you know how to do in case something happens? We don't know. We don't have skills of farming anymore. Of making things, repairing things. They have a point. And that particular YouTuber stressed, you better start teaching yourself how to do something. Wow, she's right about that. She's right about that. I'm too dependent on this system. And that YouTuber suggested heavily to tap onto your higher self. Do some real soul searching and ask for the Creator to teach you how to survive this coming change that's going to happen globally, and where you might need to move to. Yeah, that's what that person spoke 2 days ago. This other person, and I think they're right. They're right. Wow. Let me read the comments now. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. You should see like okay. Asa says, in the 60s, when the hippie movement and the Black liberation movement exposed the government, the CIA spread. Okay, spread. Oh, something. That's the. I can't remember that. To the public and turned them out of their mind and start a race. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, okay, the LSD. Yes, I agree. Yes, they used Charles Manson to try and start the war and lit him up forever when he exposed their plan. Oh, interesting. Asian children get out in the most prestigious schools as children in America before Native American children. Let's see. Let me read that again. Asian children get out in the most prestigious schools as children in America before Native American children. hmm We don't even count anymore. We trust banks to count our money with credit cards. All we do is swipe our cards to pay. Yes, you know the deal, Asa. Yeah, you see it. You know the deal. Yeah, I didn't want to say the word. I didn't want to say that word, but you know what I was talking about. You hit it right on the head. I don't like it. I don't like it. Yeah, and that's what's happening. And it is a wake up call. Yeah, yeah. I prayed about it yesterday. I went to the park to unwind and to talk to nature. I saw a little bird. It was, I think, 4 days ago. I went to the park and I saw a little bird it was a robin, and it was trying to build a nest. It was in the beginning stages. It had the first initial uh, straw in its mouth, like, grass, and it would fall to the ground, the little grass. And then the next day, I went to the same spot, and the house is made. So what that really signifies is, yes, you're going to start building your home, but it's going to be a little tricky, but you persevere and you'll get it made. That bird now has its home. The bird has a little home. So I guess, people, is a little bird better than you? If a little bird can do it, can't we as human beings make our own little home? Yeah, Really amazing. Amazing. Yeah, I'm looking at the time. Um, yeah, I have to get ready. Yes, sunrise is at 6:03 today, and I want to be out and about by that time. Yeah, so I have to, I took my shower last night. I have to throw on some clothes and get my little dogs ready. Yeah, I want to go back out and really soul search again and ask the universe for answers, answers um, where I'm to move to. Yeah, because I know it's going to get worse. And when it happens, I want to be out of here. Yeah, I'm too old for this. I'm too old for fighting. I don't like it. So, yeah, see that the sky's starting to get a little brighter now. Yeah, 6:03, sunrise. Yeah, I thank you all, viewers of this live stream. Yeah, I want us all safe. I don't care what your race, nationality is. You're here in America, we're all in danger. Really, we all, because see, once they use any of us, they're going to throw us under the bus. All of us, regardless of your race, religion, nationality, sexual orientation, all that gobbledygook. It is a silent war, but it is happening right now. Start going within and ask your divine helpers for answers, what to do and how to do it and when to do it. And that's what I want to do again today. I need it. I need it. Yeah, that YouTuber shared some concepts. Hey, you're living in Babylon, but you say you want to get out, but you want to take it with you. She's right. She's right. Yeah, they said, Asa is saying they they use us to hate one another so they can rule over all of us. Bingo, bingo, Asa. Yeah, you know what time it is. You know what time it is. Yeah, and I hate it. So with that last note, I got to get ready to get myself ready to go out. Yes, watch over your health. And I speak to myself too. Watch over your life, your health. Um, try to prepare your loved ones or yourself. They may not listen to you. So you listen to yourself. If you receive the calling, then do the calling and use wisdom, knowledge, and truth. That's what I prayed this morning for all of us. So thank you again for listening. Stay well and enjoy your day. Bye bye.